2013 was an unbelievable year for mobile games. More than any other, the year has proven that the mobile platform can be more than a viable source of top quality entertainment. With so many outstanding titles released this year, narrowing down the absolute best was no easy task. We here at Game Mob have spent the last month scouring the App Store and Google Play, coming up with our favourites. Many hours of deliberation and a little bit of arguing has brought us to our final list. It should be noted that to earn a place on this list, the game has to have been released, at least at launch, as a mobile exclusive. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
The top 10 mobile games of 2013. Number 10.
Hundreds. Released in the very first week of 2013, Hundreds is a love letter to design. Utilising intuitive controls and game mechanics so well suited to the platform, Hundreds is sublime to play. A challenging puzzler that will not only test your brain but your reflexes as well. Developed by semi-secret software with elegant design that only Greg Volvin can bring to a title, Hundreds is an outstanding game that is easily worth your time.
Number 9.
Plants vs. Zombies 2. When we initially got our hands on the soft launch of this title earlier in the year, we were apprehensive when it came to the freemium aspect of the game. Instead of steady progression that we were once used to, we were met with IAP barriers and a frustrating grind. Since then, PopCap and EA have significantly tweaked the monetary system, making PvZ2 extremely fun to play. Sure, a few of your favourite plants are still locked away only to be purchased with real-world money, but there's no denying the evolution of the game, as well as a much-needed facelift definitely adds to the gameplay experience.
Number 8.
Kingdom Rush Frontiers. Last year's Kingdom Rush took the basic concept of a tower defense game and introduced a few challenging mechanics. Instead of simply placing and forgetting towers, the game required a lot more interaction from the player. Hero characters are an upgradable tour de force that you can relocate depending on the situations you're coming up against. The player must also use skills during these times of crisis to sway the outcome of a specific scenario. Kingdom Rush Frontiers isn't so much an evolution of the original, but just more of what made it so great. With a load of new hero characters, amazing new map designs, and more of the polish introduced in the original, Kingdom Rush Frontiers nets a safe place in our top 10 list.
Number 7.
Infinity Blade 3. The Infinity Blade games are no stranger to accolades when it comes to the world of mobile gaming. IB3 is a technological marvel. With some of the best graphics you'll see on a mobile device, and gameplay that started a genre, Chair and Epic Games has done it again. This time around, Infinity Blade introduces 2 playable characters, a host of new locations, challenging combat, and all new clash mobs. Kind of an epic boss fight that can only be defeated by millions of players worldwide working together. There was never any question as to the inclusion of this stunning entry to the series in our top 10 list.
Number 6.
Oceanhorn. For as long as people have had smartphones capable of playing complex games, there has been a cry for a game along the same vein as the Legend of Zelda series. Oceanhorn delivers in every way. Gorgeous graphics, a smooth frame rate, and an interface that's extremely easy to use make the game one of the best Zelda-like titles available today. Add the fact that you've got music by Nobuo Uematsu and Kenji Ito, 2 of the finest RPG composers alive. Oceanhorn is an incredibly polished, well-written adventure.
Number 5.
The Room 2. Ever since playing the original, we were hooked on this style of game. This level of interaction with a touchscreen feels so natural, almost like holding a real-life lockbox in your hands, being able to push, pull, turn and flick at its tiny details. And it's these controls that really make the room stand out. Combined with an eerie, paranormal storyline and challenging puzzles, The Room 2 is a complete package. We can't wait to get our hands on more.
Number 4.
Year Walk. The Swedish ritual of taking a vision quest through a forest is an odd concept to base a game around. Samogo have not only pulled it off, but have made one of the most satisfying horror-themed puzzle adventures out there. The graphics are reminiscent of animated paper cutouts. Year Walk sets the mood perfectly. Clever puzzles will have you scratching your head, and the genuinely thrilling storytelling is thoroughly engaging.
Number 3.
Device 6. Having a game in any top 10 list is quite an achievement. Simogo managing to pull it off twice in a single year? Amazing. Following up from their critically acclaimed and our number 4 title of 2013, Year Walk, comes Device 6. Device 6 brings together suspenseful storytelling within an interactive adventure game. You follow the footsteps of a young, misguided girl named Anna. As you uncover more of the game, the well-designed puzzles that intertwine the story will keep players glued to their devices. Filled with unique and vivid imagery and layered with ambient music, Device 6 is an experience unlike any other and has certainly set the bar for text-based adventure games.
Number 2.
Badland. Badland is a game of pure wonderment. You control a bunch of funny-looking, furry, flappy things, and your one goal is to make it to the exit pipe at the end of each level. With an aesthetic similar to that of Limbo, only with vivid colour, Badland is utterly gorgeous. The sound design is perfect. From the machinery in the background to the insects and haunting sounds of unknown monsters, everything is intensely creepy. Even the objects you're avoiding in the foreground has some sort of eerie, ancient feel to it. You simply got to play this one to experience it. It's just brilliant.
Number 1.
Ridiculous Fishing. Vlambeer is like the little engine that could. The quirky development team from the Netherlands has been the victim of more than one cloning attempt, where less scrupulous developers have taken it upon themselves to copy their designs, almost verbatim, and launch games before Vlambeer's titles ever saw the light of day. Some people say that Vlambeer bring it upon themselves by being very open about the development process, even going so far as to livestream coding sessions. But Vlambeer took it all in stride, and delivered one of the finest games ever released on mobile platforms. Ridiculous Fishing is the story of a weary old fisherman on a quest to avenge his father's death. At least I think that's what it's about. Cast your lure and guide it down as far as you can. As soon as you hook something, you start reeling in your line, snagging as many fish-like things as possible before they reach the surface and fly into the air. When they do, blast them out of the sky with an array of weaponry and earn cash for each one killed. A silly concept it might be, but one that simply works. I can honestly say Ridiculous Fishing is a perfect game. There you have it, folks, our top 10 mobile games of 2013. As always, top 10 lists are subjective, so don't feel too bad if your favourite game didn't get a mention. Go ahead and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your input. Thank you so much for joining us and for your ongoing support throughout 2013. Have a wonderful holiday and stay safe.